Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give it a few minutes to let people log on. Big talk today. I had a tremendous session after work yesterday with the Chinese African Symposium. It was excellent. I've harvested more experts, many more experts for the Canadian Constitutionalist Party and what we're going to give to all Canadians. One Chinese so far, but hey, one's better than none. When you literally have well over 100 world experts, we gained 3 more languages yesterday, which is fantastic when we get into this presentation that the CCP would like to do for all Canadians. So it's excellent. I'm extremely happy. Tired, but very happy. Now, while I was sleeping, Francois Legault, I think he even may still be Facebook Live, gets into Bill 101 and Bill 96. It's got Albertans up in arms. Oh, look what Quebec's going to get. Quebec's going to get. Are you ready for this? Do you all want to hear exactly what's going on and what can and can't be done? Is Francois Legault full of beans and baloney? The answer is, of course he is. Of course he is, Canadians. Quebec never signed the charter in 1982. Again, I'm going to tell everybody, Quebec never signed the charter of 1982. That's why the Bill of Rights is still here. Do you know, besides the little variations of your rights and freedoms, do you know what the major change is from Bill of Rights to the Charter? Do you know what the change is? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's called Section 33. All Albertans should know what that is because it was Peter Lougheed. And if you ever want to know about it, you can go use my name, Facebook search, type in Dave Bjorkman, Peter Lougheed, and you will find the answers. But I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Every province ratified the charter except for Quebec, meaning Section 33, the notwithstanding clause, does not apply to Quebec. Not now, not ever. Not ever. Bill 101, Bill 96, those are provincial bills. I'm going to repeat this especially for Alberta secessionists, Quebec secessionists, particularly. This time I'm going to tell PQ, if you're a PQ supporter and you're inside CAQ, which is Coalition Avenir Quebec, Francois Legault's new party, he's playing you. It's like a little boy saying, I'm an adult, and he's 5 years old. He can't take care of himself. Not legally. The law says you have to be 18. That's the way we must look at this. Francois Legault has lost his number 1 legal expert in the world today. Rand Herschel, he's gone. He's gone, Montreal. He's gone, Quebec. I know exactly where he is right now. He's with friends of mine. And who knows, he may be my expert down the road. You never know. You never know. I've gone way further than CAQ. I've gone way further than the PQ party. I'm sorry. It's not to be mean or hurt feelings here, but I ask everybody to share this out. Get it to as many Quebecois as you can, because there's nothing I hate more in all the world than a big, fat liar. I love Quebecois. I love all Canadians. I do see the validity in language. I see that. But realize Quebecois and Canadians, this is to be pressed upon businesses inside the civil right. And you know what? I don't have a problem with it. If the Quebecois want to see a 50% language result, or at least a growing French population, there is nothing wrong with that. But don't think for an instant that Quebec has any notwithstanding clause inside the Confederation. They do not. What you all get and why he is doing this right now, and I can prove it, is because Pierre Poilievre has promised Upper and Lower Canada extreme monies in his presentation. I know you all missed it, February 21st. Pierre Poilievre promises that CCP will rape the Atlantic provinces of everything, will rape the West of everything, tear everything from the territories, and hand it all over an extreme wealth transfer socialism to none other than Toronto and Montreal, named explicitly. Destroying Canada, as they always do. Destroying you economically. This is Upper and Lower Canada. It's always been, and it will always be, the Liberal Conservative parties. It will always be. They in 1952 got together and went, shh, don't tell Canadians. Well, I'm here today to tell you, Canadians. Last night in the African-Chinese Symposium, I gained many African experts, articulate, well-spoken, masters of independence, masters, top legal professionals in the world, recognized. They've gone independent. Just for all those provinces who wonder, they've done the nation status. Some of them over 60 years ago, and through the pitfalls and everything else, landlocked. They now see success. And you wouldn't believe the exchange yesterday live. It was beautiful. It was awesome. I grew leaps and bounds. I have so much to share with the First Nations people across Canada. The Indian agent, boy, do I have much to tell all of you, and Canadians too. I'm just not quite ready there. I need a little more from Africa. I need 3 of these experts who are detailed in this to go through with me. I need to be fast-tracked. I just don't have time to do it myself, so we're going to get it done. So, Canadians, that's the breaking news. Alberta secessionist, you could be, I'm going to call myself a nation little boy with no powers whatsoever except for absolute autocratic power to oppress your own people inside your division of powers. That's all Francois Legault and every filthy premier does in this confederation. They're not giving you any independence. They're giving you chains. They're giving you handcuffs and chains. That's all Legault promises you, which is a very sad state of affairs. I worked with him, I worked with his party, but I can tell all Canadians and all Quebecois, Francois Legault has no world experts. I know where those masters are, and they're no longer even in Canada. And they're likely to be presented by me when we get to the CCP. That's the reality. The Canadian Constitutionalist Party. Not only those great experts, but many more all over the world in every major minority language. That's my promise. That's my guarantee. We will fix Canada. And if still the provinces don't see what they like, we will give you the tremendous gift of sovereignty, real independence and sovereignty, show you how to do that, administer that for you in real legal speak, but in plain speak for all Canadians. How about that? Does that sound like a real guarantee and a real solution done by those with the mind and not a big fat back pocket that sucks all your money away, putting it in their bank accounts while you all starve and never get what you really ask for, do you? Francois Legault is no different than the tyrant Pierre Elliott Trudeau or his son now, Justin Trudeau. All the other premiers, Ford, Kenney, Horgan, Higgs, the list goes on, Biggs, the list goes on and on, people. I can go through every premier. and show you a scumbag after a scumbag after a scumbag. They're all bad. They manipulate, they lie to you. Who's going to pay for Bill 101? The businesses are in Quebec, and absolutely the taxpayers. But I mean, hey, that's okay. But don't think for a second the media is correct. The media is a bull-faced liar. This is not the charter. Quebec doesn't get the charter. They refuse to sign it. There is no federal override of the Canadian Constitution for Quebec. None whatsoever. This is a provincial bill, absolute, which means only the civil rights, which means only the businesses, your licensing fees, and provincial taxation. He can't control Trudeau or the rest of Canada, even less, officially less than the rest of Canada. Can you believe that? Quebec is not mighty. The corruption's mighty. The CCP and the Liberals, the NDP, they all gravitate to Montreal and Quebec because it's the votes. It's the uneven weight, the unequal distribution. How to win the autocracy. How to win the crown. We all know it's wrong. Search your souls. You know it's wrong. You need a way out. And that's the CCP. And we're going to get into Quebec. You can't keep this COVID on forever. Legault and Trudeau and O'Toole. You can't. You can't. And eventually it's going to come down. The walls are going to come down. And what are you going to do when I'm through your legislature and I start speaking to your people with absolute truth? You're toast. All you corrupt politicians are toast. Thanks, everybody. Share, share, share. It's real. Another session coming on this morning. I hope with work. It depends on my jump times. I hope. I was fortunate. The roll of the dice was there last night. I got to do the entire symposium. But it's day 2, and this is more of the Chinese, which I do want. And it's funny, you know, the Communist Party seemed to allow me free rein to do what I liked. Do what I like, say what I like so far. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you. Everybody have a great day. I got to go pick up a queen bed. Got to get some more furniture, get my apartment loaded up. Really tough with COVID. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Share, share, share. Super important video.